recap. So last time, the party, bravely and powerfully cleared out the rest of the dungeon, all leading up to a certain locked area that, well, after having, I think, defeated the rest of the main uranium mons, radioactive, they ain't good. Nuclear. Thank you. Uh, uh, the doors had unlocked, and upon entering, there was a really large angry lad. To which a bit of a cutscene happened where everything started shaking, rumbling, chaos, and I remember Mana pointed out that we had a different reaction, and it was kind of funny, like in text. And we were teleported to this kind of like nebulous zone of being either grounded or floaty. Fen happened to be a little bit in space and floating about, and the rest of us were grounded. And Yvonne was doing Yvonne things. Yeah.
He's done.
Context. They weren't there that session. In fact, they're still not here. They might still show up though. So we fought a big old boss. Uranium type, or yes. Fuck.
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Anyway, nuclear type boss, and it was a bit of a puzzle, a bit of a kind of a damage race. A damage race in which we did a pretty good job of, except for Edgar getting obliterated like 7 times, but it's fine, it's fine.
He has 2 injuries, that's fine.
Yeah, it's normal. Look, I've got orange berries and willpower for a reason. Look, don't worry about it. Anyway.
I gotta incinerate. Just burn the berries.
In any case, the boss was, I want to say, when I wasn't looking, wombo comboed by Aster and Uther. No, not Uther. Fuck, my names are all jumbled right now. Aster and Otis. After which, of course, Otis having disabled one of their main abilities. Fight was one. Radiation, yes. Had to shut that one out.
Indeed.
And, well, from there we have claimed the prize, some gold, some items, and, well, after that, set about putting down the cameras. All 20 of them. Pretty much covering the whole place, I'll be honest. There's not really many nooks or crannies that aren't covered. But with that, basically just counting our items and loot.
Indeed. And also deciding where to place cameras, which we've done mostly off screen.
Yep.
Or a majority, or all.
Pretty much mostly off screen. Well, end of the last session, I'm pretty sure. Whether it was recorded or not, I cannot remember.
No, we did that off screen mostly.
Ah, yeah. Well, having zoomed out, you can see the camera placements and their direction.
They're perfectly direct.
Yes.
They're all over there. He can probably... Actually... Is there anything in this room to indicate why this entity was even here?
Good question.
Yeah, you see, if let's move the people out of the way from that circle. You see that circle right here.
What circle?
On the map.
You mean the sleeping bags?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a circle. It's not sleeping bags. Okay.
It's a circle full of sacrifices.
Blood sacrifices, or
You-
like
you know-
food, or
Basically, they created that thing using items they put there.
What sort of items?
Human sacrifices.
That is
You-
not an item.
we don't have humans.
You not check your inventory? Yeah.
What a
Also,
weird
to be
Pokemon
fair,
that
that's-
is.
This is not an item.
And mostly the items aren't very important
And like,
at the moment.
I'm mentally imagining it.
the
It's a lot of
sun-
like rocks with
Hmm.
runes carved on it, with
Yeah.
radiation having melted the runes into it.
Huh. So, most likely cult activity. Alright, that's weird.
I didn't take these lads
Oh,
for.
what would they be doing here?
Good question.
What would any cult be doing in any location? Hmm. I wouldn't know. All I know is that they're bad news.
I don't know if this was even a cult. It kind of felt more tribal in nature. At least the rest of them were getting that vibe.
Tribal. To be fair, tribes also are basically cults and function with their gods.
Can be.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
No,
I'm seconding that.
Wum, wum.
Oh no. Edgar, you have tribute 3
I'm
traps.
You make it twerk.
I'm just gonna auto travel back to start.
Yeah, it was just funny. Me and Blue were talking about how many traps you would activate, and then he activates like 3 of them immediately.
It would have
Being
me,
a dork.
actually.
Yeah, Otis was technically leading the pack, but I'm not gonna think about it too much since we are leading
I
the
was-
place.
To be fair, I was doing it for more flavor. I'm just gonna move myself there.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's just a cutscene.
Yeah.
I'm just showing you the trap locations as well.
Knowing my luck, I would have actually stepped on all of them if we still had to clear the place out. Oh. Oh, there was one in there?
Huh.
Huh.
We dodged that perfectly then.
Somehow, yeah. Not stepping on that.
You guys dodged most of them.
Yeah, we actually did a good job overall. Me, the one who did most of the stepping on them.
Now Harzaf had stepped on the other half.
I will say, out of character, I think I'm definitely gonna need to bump up my perception skill.
Probably.
Yes. I mean, so do I, but
I'm
yeah.
sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I have so many 3s. My skills.
Zero. Moving that from my inventory. Well, let's go check in. They should be pleased that the
Yeah.
cameras are up and the threat is at least eliminated.
A little bonus to the pie, I suppose.
If they don't know about that threat, we can get paid extra because this was an unintended danger.
And preemptively clears up for other people at least.
And if they did know, they're gonna get paid extra anyway because they did not warn us of this.
You're just
Oh,
sort
good,
of-
you're here.
I've been waiting for you guys. What took you so long?
Well-
You're a quick one.
The tunnels, as you were going to call them catacombs, were fully infested with strange creatures of. What was it? Radiation?
nuclear like or uranium. I don't know. They're just very glowy.
Full of radiation explosive. all around dangerous to life.
And not
We
one
have
exactly
taken
for communication.
We took the duty to remove them, as there were quite a few dangerous specimens in the way. I think we deserve a little extra for doing this job because of all of the hostiles we did not know about.
You have to ask. And truth be told, you have to ask the higher ups for a reasonable increase of pay. But I could give you some cash as compensation beforehand. That's fine with you.
Okay.
You'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, I got
Thank
some.
you.
I got some spare cash.
Out of
And
character, aren't they the leader of this area?
Their leader, but the prince is so far just bossing them around.
They are
Yeah,
technically the
exactly.
higher up, but not the highest, yeah.
That's not what I meant, Blorbo.
No?
What?
They would have had final say if they were the leader of this area. To pay extra for a mission they put out. I got information from that.
Hmm. They're in
Guaranteed.
charge. They're like a middle manager, basically.
More
Let's
than
see.
that they are in charge. Someone's currently usurping the order right now.
Roll each of you roll a 1d3.
Okay.
SR 1d3.
Oh, 3,
Oh.
2.
2.
Pretty
Okay.
funny.
Multiply that by 1,000. That's how much you get.
Oh, wow.
This will be good for now.
Right.
Nice.
We'll definitely have to talk to this person who is you're talking about later.
Fair enough. Shall we get going?
Yeah, this
let's
gives me
get-
the creeps.
I should also make
This place is rather cramped.
Yeah, I don't like this place. I should also make mention that one of the cameras, I feel like we had extra, so I had it pointed out at the river.
Fair enough.
A little extra information.
Don't worry. We place the cameras as best as we can. I'm sure you'll be particularly proud of it too.
I'm sure
Uh,
I'm sure they will.
they're of acceptable placement to be as required.
Okay. Shall we go to the shopping?
Uh,
mall?
Sounds good to me.
Right.
Let's.
Hey.
Guys, basically. Let me change the music.
Let me change my side.
There we go.
Yeah, let's go back to this. Do.
All right.
Yes.
Where to first?
Edgar's going actually to the potion shop first, specifically just to buy a single lava cookie. Why? Hey, Esther.
He eyes that lava cookie.
Yeah, he's gonna give it to you. Good work.
Oh wow. Thank you.
Yay.
Nump.
Snack seems apt after, well, all of that.
It also helps that lava cookies hold medicinal qualities.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Otis is gonna buy 3 for himself.
There you go. Here's cookies fresh from the oven.
Thank you.
I see Esther's like running about me.
It's a good thing you're not in the fur and chillage shop, or else you'll be in.
I much prefer the dry cookie over the sweet stuff.
It's like there's so many Full Hill different types of food.
Yes, it's called food.
Okay,
Oh,
bought
yeah.
some.
Oh yeah, detect. That's like a one-time don't get hit by something.
Yes.
It's like protect. Yep.
I'm gonna buy that as well, just because, hey, at least I have a little more survivability to die less.
Matrix dodge. And I don't.
It's fitting.
You activate D-Tech and you still get hit for some reason.
It'd be my luck to have an ability that declines detect.
My brain just going, whenever someone uses detect, Edgar will always be hit. It's like lock on, but cursed.
It's secretly lock on.
Follow me, but it's only Edgar.
Lol.
Yeah, you peel back the stick and it says "Follow me."
That is a legitimate move. That is very much the taunt of all time.
Yeah, but for Edgar, he doesn't want to know that.
Nope. Okay.
Wait, what was the thing that got rid of injuries? Or that's not first aid, is it?
It's first aid.
Oh, it is.
It's. I have a few actually. Yes.
I don't know if we're doing anything else today, so you might want to save it.
I only have one. So how injured are you?
A little bruised. I have 2 injuries technically, but you know, if you rest
they-
today, what?
You pay 100 to remove all your injuries.
Yeah, I'll pay 100 to get rid of them. You can hold on to
Ba-
your first aid.
Basically, first aid kits is portable ones. Well, first aid is not portable, but it removes all of them.
It's extremely cheap, so yeah.
Indeed. It's easy to just pay for medical care these days, as Otis will also buy medical care.
Okay, you lose all injuries.
The valuable thing of that place was that there was some money lying around at least, so we now have a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
You have available shops and some hidden shops.
True. We could probably find some other shops nearby.
It did pop to my mind. How
You
much?
never went downtown?
How much was the one armor from K9's lab?
15,000, if I remember right.
Yeah, you need to talk to K on K9.
15. With the money we just got, those things are really good. I'll be honest. You two had pretty good durability. I still lacking it.
They are very useful, as Otis will just raise one arm and just wave it about.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
should probably
strong.
fix that.
Yeah. I have like 8,000 poke. I don't think I'm making a profit off of today's price. Yes, Otis, I did look.
Otis is actually looking at the current price himself.
I believe it
Yeah,
was.
it's like I rolled it and it was almost max price.
Yeah.
Nope. There's just a look, and then you just see the face of the steel tie mask fully manifest and just, yeah, no,
No.
weird. I'm definitely not gambling today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Not to change.
I make smart bets, not dumb bets.
But-
Actually, if anything, we should probably resupply on some healing items.
I still have a good number of them. We could also get pizza if we wanted with this money. Cough, level up pizza.
Looks at the amount required to get what I would want. You would need quite a bit of money to get to the strength that I would enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I need to find where I put that current max level.
I put
Or
it
is
on
that
hard.
just- Ah,
I put it on RSSH. Your current max is 60.
Yep.
thank you.
So we have plenty of room.
I have 8,400 Poke. Nearly on the dot.
I have 8,689 technically, plus a bunch of other junk that could probably count to 9,000,
Nice 3 levels.
or enough to
Sounds
get one of
quite
those
a bit.
suits.
Yeah, I can probably help out with that as well.
Be
I can put down 5,000 for that.
Hmm. I'm willing to throw everything at it, honestly. Little.
Saving at least a few hundred Poke for healthcare.
I mean, fair. I guess I'm seeing it as preventative healthcare of eating dirt less.
Oh
Actually,
no, don't get me wrong. It's still a sort of idea to get this as soon as we can, but more for the healing of they just wave at hand about injuries.
yeah. Though, now that I think about it, I don't even know if there was dirt in that place.
Might be able to help with that.
Anyway.
Wave of dirt.
But let's get you that thing.
Hmm.
Going to K9's portable lab.
B.
Okay. You enter the lab. Let me change this music to
Mm-hmm.
and good enough. You entered. Oh, the menace is here. Hold on, let me hide him.
The menace. It's a weird feeling to pass by royal guards who aren't actively accosting you.
Actively.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that feeling.
Yeah, probably.
Is it really so strange?
Yeah. But these guys are pretty chill. Edgar says that loud enough that the one he's near actually can hear him.
They're just guards.
Hold on to what you have left, Edgar.
Oh?
Seems like they're also putting out a 5K as well.
Okay, I mean, that makes it pretty even.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, speaking of, armor, they kind of look through their inventory, and they pull out that I Field S. Did you want to, like, potentially equip this at some point?
Why don't you have it?
We probably should put down somebody.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't plan to use it, I could probably just make use of it with, because the Zeo armor has one slot for it.
Sure.
If nothing else, I can just buy one for somebody. Or Shadow.
Yeah, unless you wanted it, Otis.
I already have an eye field on.
I see.
It's not an S, but it is quite useful.
You also could get free cybernetic implants.
I think I'll pass until it feels like necessary, maybe. I mean, if nothing else, this armor works around it.
Let's see. actually, HP regen S. That was
Oh yeah, there's a
what
whole
10%
crafting
of your
table.
level.
Yeah.
I'll wait till something like HP regen M is seen before I invest into that.
Fair enough.
Possibly.
But let's go talk to the canines and get this. Oh my! As Otis
Oh.
finally looks forward.
Oh yeah, I just realized there's no more big robots.
That is pretty
airship.
nice.
What is it?
It's K9 speaks up. It's an airship I designed for your Pacific needs.
Huh. Looks fast.
It's yes, it's also equipped with a cloaking device and a minor barrier.
A cloaking device will come in very handy.
Quick,
I
quiet,
want to repeat
exactly
what
what we
happened
need.
last time.
Yeah, last time wasn't fun.
Mm-mm.
It does have some combat ability, but
It's more for getting in and out than anything else.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, we're also swinging by to buy one more of the armors. They're very good.
Yes.
Tried and tested.
They require a lot of resources to make.
Luckily, we have a lot of resources to give for that. And I
Yep.
presumably everyone hands over the 5k.
Yep. At least I do.
So yes, Alistair, I've been starting with the plan to rescue your people.
I'm grateful for that.
Yes, I have created this airship meanwhile.
I'm sure we'll be able to put it to good use. Oh, wait, what if why is
if
my
I-
character shit like this?
Remember right. Out of character, what would it be to even drive an airship, like skill wise?
It'd probably be
Tech?
Tech Ed.
Yeah.
Tech
That-
Ed combined with General Ed.
Yeah, I was about to say General Ed seemed apt.
Gen Ed perception. I mean, I could see also perception as well.
It requires a combination of all of them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
tech is the main one.
Yes.
It'd be interesting. You roll the equivalent of all three.
Well, double checking their notes. Well, Edgar might not have partaken in such flights. Besides for carrier work.
Yeah, and if you want to act,
They should have some skill in flying them, actually. If nothing else, I can at least co-pilot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Copilot would be wise.
if you want to activate the stealth mechanic, you have to activate your stealth skill check to see if the camouflage actually works.
I was gonna. My brain just went argument guile to lie to the enemies of cloaking field.
Guile to lie to your ship saying, "Oh, you're invisible."
You can't see
Okay.
me. Type energy. I mean, to be fair, if it works on robots, it's you can't see me type energy legit.
I don't think it works on robots.
Unless you hack it, it's just say cannot see target. That's why
Well, that's
I say guile. Also, cloaking would work on anything that uses visual.
Yeah. I'm talking about this telling them you're invisible. Don't think it works on robots. Work on some people.
I'm mainly kidding.
I know.
But, yep. As Otis will toss their 5k onto the sack that Edgar is holding, making them most likely stumble a little.
It's so much money. They don't know what to do. It's so heavy.
They They've never had this much money except one day.
Ah. Also, what were the stats on the Zeo armor exactly? It's like 1 cyber implant and like
30
30.
HP.
30. My god. Like the stat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear god.
So that's plus 90 HE, basically 2 times health for you.
It's plus 25.
Perfectly for me. It's more than that for Edgar.
Let's set it to 1, and then it would be plus 3. I just had a 3. 31 bonus. Dear god, that's so much HP. Wow.
Well, that's more than double your HP.
Well,
Yeah, it's
yeah, because technically I had a heart pendant, so I had 75.
squishy.
So at 31 bonus, boom.
Well, I can't see the numbers, but that's fine.
75 to 165, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then I could slap the IO field on it, or I field. Copy.
Well, I feel or I feel S, yes.
S, yeah, sorry.
I mean, we could just buy 2 eye fields and have 2 eye field S's for both of y'all.
Can you guys discuss by amongst yourself for a little bit?
Getting called again?
Oh, another call in,
Fair
got
enough.
it.
Yeah, just give me a couple minutes.
All good.
Yep. Well, Edgar's gonna feel about the suit. Feels good. It's compact, sleek, not super obvious. Places the slot where the slot go. Feels a lot more resilient.
It looks good on you.
It
Thanks.
seems to adapt to our body type and how we move, at least.
Makes sense. Got a lot of body
Nah.
types to think about.
Technology is such a wonder, ain't it?
Can be.
Haven't really known or understood it much.
I mean, your outfit doesn't look particularly sciencey, but it's chock full. Edgar would probably poke at the scarf.
You know, this just adjusting their jacket, which very much underneath has all of the armor. And mine seems to move as I need it to, which actually makes sense.
Mhm.
Helps with the illusions that I have.
That's
As you'll
good.
clench up paw and armor will cover it. Nanomachine, son.
Yeah.
I had to. There's a slight smirk on Otis's face as he says that.
War never changes.
I hope war changes. It's pretty brutal right now.
It's very brutal.
Actually, Otis looking at the shop. I might actually buy an eye field from here to make an eye field S.
It's not a bad idea.
If nothing else, it'll give me a reason to start collecting those emblems again.
Mm.
And actually, yeah, Otis will put down 500. Well, it's a loan later. The Bank of Loan will find out.
I feel yeah, the possibility of
It's because it's
yeah.
become immune to these moves, right?
I feel death. Yeah, like what I've written down. It is I field S. Become immune to all damage taken from aura and beam attacks, which that seems very strong, though specific.
Lucarios hate me.
I'm surprised it isn't like resisted or something. Immune feels
That's
very
eye
strong.
field.
Oh, I field
That
does?
is.
Huh.
That has just become one more step resistant.
And now
I feel
we're
this
just
is 2 eye fields.
now we are become Death to Lucardio's.
To be fair, Knight's emblem plus I feel as being Zorbeats probably a lot more scary actually.
Yeah, if I Field S is already just...
Frozen Aura Sphere at you, you heal.
Yeah. To be fair, the one Lucario we're all probably thinking about, they're probably just going to beat us to death if we tried anything, though.
I mean, from what I've seen, this is out of character.
Yeah, out of character.
They seem they would be both struggling and would most likely try to punch you anyway, still.
Yeah, their beams would, like, fail, and they're just like, huh. Beats you
Fuck
to
you.
death.
Grabs you and literally tosses you to the sun.
I give them a 25% chance of being able to throw us straight into the sun.
Depends on how heavy the person they're grabbing is, actually.
Out of character, eyes move towards Aster. Maybe their gut, actually.
5%.
What do you mean?
4%.
Um,
If we get enough pizzas, 0%.
if we get an item called a lagging
That's what
tail
we're
as
doing next,
well.
right?
It would... In a sense.
Technically.
We just set up a boulder trap for them, but it's just Aster.
You just made me imagine the animation for the chestnut trap in PMD, but it's all Asters. It's only Asters.
I don't even know what you're talking about. That sounds funny. Every time you get hit, you just hear Aster go, "Hi!"
PMD.
Hi.
Why is... Let's see... PMD traps. God damn it. Why did no one make the actual video on the actual stuff?
Huh. Alas. I'm also thinking, like, on the skills of piloting this ship. Because Lone mentioned it would be a mix of perception, tech, and general. So far, at least, theoretically.
I would not be good for Gened, and I'll be real. The thing is with Gened, I don't think I would agree, actually.
No?
Gened is all about basic knowledge, more all-arounder.
Hmm.
I would probably argue more on focus, ironically. Focus
see the
or
argument.
perception, because it's Gen Ed is legitimately just, it's meant to be a catch-all skill for public, easy to access knowledge or trivia.
What, you don't think there's a driving a normal car wheel behind the piloting of this ship?
That would be Tech Ed.
But-
Legitimately, it's a little silly.
Regardless of what skills end up being the case, I have a 2 in Gen Ed, not great. 4 in Tech, 3 in Perception, 2 in Focus.
This is what would have to be most likely your like wingman. I have 2 Gen, 4 Tech, 6 Guile. I don't know why I said that. 3 Perception, 4 Focus, and 1 modifier in Focus.
Focus, yeah. Also, I've written it down to the side. I don't know.
So
Why?
also side note why I would say Focus. Focus is actually something you tag onto another skill usually, for when you're in high stress, or in pain, or need to actively focus.
Okay, sorry for that.
It says so. Let me go look at it again.
I was also gonna note, I think I technically have 3 points, skill points that I haven't spent yet, so like, I could easily bump up something.
I'm gonna need to
Oh.
check my skill points.
Welcome back, Lone. We were discussing.
Sorry,
Right.
it was actually a trip to the bathroom.
No, I didn't know.
The pizza didn't agree with me.
Oh. Understood.
I'm good now.
Saying we get a skill point every 5 levels, right? Of character.
I believe so.
I think so.
1, 2, 3. I have not used 2 skill points actually.
That's why we need Harzaf. I believe I pinned it.
8. I had to do some quick math.
Yep.
Because I don't think I've technically bought any skills that require more than just a singular point.
Let me. I definitely know what I'm gonna use those 2 points on immediately. Actually, I look at it. Perception up to rank 4.
42 skill points. Five, 10.
There we go, 7. I've used 7 skill points.
Okay, so
I will fully admit, I don't think Jenna would fit, ironically, as I'm like reading into it.
wait.
Hmm.
2? Wait, I might have spent an extra on bumping stealth to 4. Oh, I've not
does-
accounted for 1. I think I have 4 I could spend.
So, question though. Why do you think it would be Gen Ed as the secondary skill for flying a ship when combined with Tech Ed?
Because you need to be naturally smart and you need to be smart with machines.
That's more of a tech.
That would be purely Tech Ed. General ints would not come from Gen Ed for that situation. It would be fully Tech Ed then.
Yeah.
The skill that would combine with the high stress situation that would be flying an airship is focus, actually.
10, 15.
Because focus is mostly meant to also be rolled alongside all the skills, as I read again.
I put it at both. So, for example, Ed Boy won't magically learn how to drive one of these complex airships without some investment.
Well,
That's the reason why.
I am going to fully argue on you with the logic, unfortunately.
That's fine. It really doesn't matter much at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
But
that's
that's
way
the
in
reason.
future thing, yeah.
That's the reason I gave. I'm just telling you. But if you have a better reason, I'm fine with that.
It's more because Gen Ed is not meant for this. It is actually just pure Tech Ed if you're the way you've worded things.
I guess it's also the question of, so are we going the idea of like using multiple skills at the same time, or is it just going to be one skill?
I like the multiple skills option because it seems funner.
Multiple seems interesting. I won't lie.
It would. I would argue that now it would. It would probably be main skill is that Tech Ed, yes. But it's like there are probably a few different options for secondary skill.
Like stealth.
Like, yeah, for like flying amidst conditions where you need to be stealthy. Or here's a reason why you could use Gen Ed actually. To chart a course before you move.
Yeah.
2, before we get too deep into this was the actual important one. To know about the weather of the area you're heading towards and fly clean in it. the reason why it would be secondary is as long as you have a good of tech ed skill. As long as you don't fuck up the tech ed, it will be bumpy if you fail the gen ed. But if you don't, it'll be clean fully.
I kind of like that idea where you have the primary like tech ed that every skill with this thing is going to require tech ed, but then potentially there are 2 other skills. Because there's 3 of us, we could naturally have it be one person can cover for one of the other ones, but the pilot can also cover for multiple. It would allow
And
for
there are
others to jump
obviously,
in.
yeah, and there are obviously situations that would probably call for a different, more unique skill to the situation. For example, we were flying through like a haunted airfield. That's a cult ed would be in play.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Aster's Specialize with their foreign perception, slightly better than mine.
Fog.
Mayday, mayday, we're going down.
Legitimate use for against the fog.
Oh.
But yeah.
Faster's telepathy. Yeah, it's actually neat.
Now, ironically, if this was like an actual big ship with more than just us and who we're taking, command would actually also be a prime example, actually, of a secondary skill.
Yes.
Like I said, there's multiple choices.
Yeah,
Probably depending on the scenario. It's neat.
I
Do you
do want to say, okay, the reason why I can finally say this, why I was against Gen Ed was the reason, not because it's Gen Ed. It's just so it's known.
Mm.
Now that I was able to get out a good reasonings, thumbs up.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So that's a neat mechanic we'll encounter in a couple of sessions later. But for now.
Anyway, you wanted to talk to K9 about something else?
Do they seem like they're doing
we just
better?
wanted to do shopping, but also, yeah, let's check on that.
Yeah, it's because last part you guys were going to talk to him about something. I forgot. I mean, her.
I can't recall.
Me neither.
At the very least, Edgar is kind of like just observing. Do they seem more pep in their step, as it were?
Yeah, they seem more neutral.
Given them, I wouldn't expect them to be anything but neutral. So that's actually an improvement. Good to know. Oh wait,
Okay.
what is the shadow thing? That's that D8, right?
Yeah, that's in the end.
Ah, the Edgar one.
Wow. People are terrible at archiving. Holy shit.
Okay. Ah, shoot. Sorry. Give me like 4 minutes.
You're good.
Okay.
I could pause the recording for a minute.
Probably would have been good earlier.
Alright.
Oh, never mind. Turn it off.
Wait, what?
No, keep it going.
Oh, okay. You troll. Well, Edgar will approach... Cat, you're making this hard to move, my character. Edgar will approach K9 a bit and say, you said you were offering, like, weapon upgrades?
Yes.
I had a thought with my hammer, mostly because of just, cue a flashback of the previous fight. I was wondering if the hammer could be... You have all these barriers. I'm wondering if you could do something to, I guess, for lack of a better word, convert the energy of the attack with it into potentially like a temporary barrier for me.
It will reduce your strength.
The strength
Basically, if you activated your attack stat, stages will go down to -6.
But what would
That's
it
way
do?
too much.
That is aggressive.
But you'll gain temp HP equal to the amount of damage it would have done.
Before or after?
Definitely
Uh,
the reduction would happen after. Otherwise, there'd be no point to it. So, for
Yeah,
example,
would have to.
on average, that would be a heal of 100.
And then, for example, if we set your stages to -6,
Hmm. It is
I'll put
interesting.
you in it.
Okay, it's bad on the face of it, but also there are things that exist that flip stages around. Edris is kind of thinking.
Hmm.
And I can still use a hammer like normal, right?
Yes.
You know what? I think I actually like it. Edgar will give you the hammer. This gives me ideas.
Okay. Get over here, Edgar.
Wum, 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 wum.
Okay.
Sure, just curiosity made Otis follow the Wii.
Okay. This is gonna hurt a little, but it'd be fine.
Wait, isn't this affecting my hammer?
No, the barrier has to travel around your body.
Oh,
So
oh.
let me just plug into the hammer, you into the
Oh,
hammer.
I cannot hide in the ship.
You're hiding in the ship. Well, fair enough.
Okay.
Are you
Basically,
sure
just-
about this?
I don't imagine it's like too intrusive a thing, but
it's not like cybernetics. It's just basically, if he wants to do it, it'll drain his own energy.
just some kind of like connection to let me use my energy into the hammer to essentially
Yeah.
temp HP. Yeah, it's probably like a
That's-
interface with my palms a little bit.
More like
Actually,
I'm connecting it to your little watch thingy you have on already.
Let's see. You
Your
mean my-
bracelet.
Oh, that? It's more of a decorative thing. But yeah, no, there's space for that there, I guess. That's actually kind of crazy to imagine.
Yeah, so it doesn't look too tacky with your outfit.
Okay.
Actually, it does make me have to consider looking into moves like topsy-turvy lately.
My
Okay.
thoughts exactly. Edward
Okay.
point.
If you're
After a-
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
After a mini operation,
5 minutes later.
yeah, we forgot to put Blue to sleep, so he's feeling the pain.
Ah! It's not that unusual. But ow! Oh, bleeding?
That's not bleeding. That's worse.
That's severe bleeding.
That is worse. It's worse. It's not bleeding. Blood loss.
Oh. How much blood did you need for this? Well,
It is leaning on the ship at the door.
Do you think they're going to be okay?
Definition of okay, no. Fine, most likely. Main issue is we're trusting somebody in an impromptu surgery
I didn't think it'd be
place
this
not-
intensive.
made for surgery.
As like with the cybernetic implants, I have more room, but right now we're doing with the hammer.
The good news is we have a few weeks to gesture towards the room. Let them rest.
Okay,
If need be.
it's N Ed boy.
Ow. Thank you, but ow. I don't feel the greatest, but you didn't actually break my bone. You're just being silly now.
Yeah, it's just a marking of where it is.
You okay there, Master?
I'm just nervous.
Basically, you're feeling pain there because it's just fleshly impact. Not
Yeah, maybe I'm not gonna test out the hammer. You know what? I'm just gonna set that aside then. Quick question: is it I lose 6 combat stages of attack or sets to -6?
That's the -6.
Set. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't worry too bad. Edgar has dealt with a lot worse than this,
And
unfortunately.
and a bit of bed rest will do me well. And I guess food.
Otis looking over Ash's shoulder at Edgar. Otis looking over Ash's shoulder at Edgar. There we go.
It's
Look,
like the airship. The airship's eating Otis right now.
oh, don't look at me like that. I do know that food is good for healing.
You
Ow.
do look like shit.
You're back.
Well,
I can definitely say that
Yeah.
you're not a medical professional.
yeah, no. Maybe actually
Okay.
thinking about it, maybe it would have been wise to get one of your Renamons to help with us. The medical ones.
It's fine. I'm a certified doctor after all.
Certified, yes.
Effective
I mean-
a little too much.
I mean, given what you ask in such a short period of time, I meant.
I mean, to be
Man.
We could have
t-
taken our time.
yeah, there was actually no Russ. Maybe I miscommunicated that bit. Well, what's
Well-
done is done. Ow.
If I would known that, I would have probably been more gentler.
I will
You
make
think?
sure to communicate that in the future.
Yes, I would have gone to the operation room. And
I
then-
love the cutoff on Otis right now. Like, you think he
It really is cute. Yeah, there wasn't any. You had an operation. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna make sure I communicate every detail of a thing in the future thoroughly. Yeah.
just jokes.
Otis, you two are having fun over there.
I'm just checking out the ship. Don't worry about me.
Otis is part ship now.
I see.
Now character going without me for a second. I want to see how this looks on stream later.
No, I know. You're having fun. I'm being silly. Well, I appreciate the upgrade all the same. This might actually come in quite handy. And I noticed you were curious earlier. My thoughts were... Actually, even in the last battle we were just in, our stats sometimes get flipped. Some enemies do that. And we can also do that. It may weaken me, but that can also be a power.
And actually, I might have a move that would be useful, actually, in conjunction.
I'm not surprised you have some kind of synergy. You seem to have a move for everything.
I mean, I have not tried it yet, because I don't know how much you value your abilities, but actually, Otis will aim a paw at Edgar.
Simple.
Be like, let's say Swift Swim
Yeah, I'm definitely not in
into
any way-
simple. Well, now that the negatives would be doubled, we could totally, well, if we get topsy-turvy, reverse it into a double. Or poke.
Ah,
You feel strong, stronger than the gods.
it would be the yeah. If we're lucky on a 1, yeah.
No, you feel that right now.
Ah, I feel stronger.
You feel not malnourished anymore.
I feel like I could swing the hammer. I stopped myself because that's a bad idea.
You feel healthy.
What does Symbol do? It just doubles the effects of combat stages, you said?
Yeah.
All combat changes to your stages are in fact doubled, yes.
So if you get -6, you'll get -12.
Which is impossible.
It kind of caps out at.
But you know, let's say someone has, I believe it's Cotton Guard that has +3 defense. That becomes +6.
Oh, wait. And my agility would become +4.
Yep. Which is why he is a really good combo if I were to play Swiss one with it, ironically. Because it would be the same effect. But
Yeah.
it would become incredibly volatile in effect.
You know, that ability there might be pretty useful. Most of everyone here benefits from the sun. Not me, but you could always swap that one out and suddenly, well,
Main issue is I have to deal with it as a normal dark type.
yeah.
Which, if we're fighting any fighting types, you know will be a disaster for me.
You'll be looking worse than I am.
Though I can only really do simply once per combat.
And
I'll be able to keep buffing you as need be. This is actually my buffer mask, as I call it.
And the only weak point there too is if we're up against someone kind of dangerous, it might be more worthwhile to instead of
Go
slightly buffing
poison.
me, negate something of theirs.
It's just an option, to be fair.
Yeah, actually, it's a good option if we're going up against robots, since they don't exactly have abilities; they're just robots.
Yeah, and well, to be fair, in the end of the day, actually, I can actually combo off of it if I give it to one of y'all with this mask.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm close to a breakthrough after all, and well, hitting you with roleplay. There would be a 1 in 2 chance right now
Pretty
to
much.
get simple from you from my own actions.
Yeah, I don't think the hammer counts for that, so
That would be more of a feature than anything.
yeah. I suppose that would be me immediately moving Mold Breaker.
Us breaking the fourth wall. But it seems like a very interesting idea, at least.
I know the surgery wasn't that great.
It was
It wasn't. It was actually acceptable terms, and also what you have rolled bed at.
actually
No, I
yeah,
was rolling a 120.
fair enough.
It wasn't bad. He was passing, I would dare say, on a d20.
Okay.
It's a little less than. It's okay.
Bad would have been 7 below. And the passing is not good. I want them to be known as worded.
Yeah.
It won't kill you, is what passing is.
Yeah. In any case.
Okay, now it's good.
Oh shit.
It was simple.
They,
It doubled.
they sacrificed their PhD for a reroll.
Just a quick little summoning circle, put their PhD in, let it burn. The surgery was a brilliant success.
Okay. So we go to another map.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Go back here.
But that was a worthwhile thing to get. Another pair of Zeo armor for our originally squishiest member.
Yeah, and more ways for me to like potentially not die. Get knocked out.
Indeed. I actually have been curious on wanting to explore the town a bit more.
Yeah, we've
As
done
Otis
missing
removes their
linkages.
glasses. Well, mask.
Yeah.
But I've heard of this place having more than just what we've seen, so maybe we could check out the downtown area.
Sounds good to me. We did kind of pass by that with, well, the prior meeting.
Of what was going on.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I didn't get it. I was gonna ask if Asher was okay with that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Or if they had
Well-
any like suggestions.
Oh wow, we're back here.
So they go,
Indeed.
seemed like a place we could visit.
Obviously, I don't want to do the cargo run right now, but if nothing else, I feel like it looks at the church, looks at through the window at the perfect angle that I am ironically at. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
No?
What is that?
It's a statue.
I figured it's a statue.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is there? Why is that token there? What is it?
I had a feeling it was a statue, yeah.
It was a statue. You guys were here earlier. It's the church.
To be fair, I don't know if you sometimes. I don't know what is real or not.
Lone keeps you guessing.
That is the fact.
Anyway.
But it would be nice to check out other places and see what's going on down here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think there was a few bars nearby we could check out. Maybe they serve some good food.
Yeah. We could use some food.
It's been a while since we've actually had good food besides just rations and specific berries.
Yay, that is true. So, Lone, what are the buildings we see before us?
I'm
Like,
not cooking.
They're regular buildings.
well, I figure like, is this one looks like it's the shape of an inn or tavern or something? I don't
It's
know.
a tavern. It's a
Okay.
tavern, and you see four sort of warehouses that these sun currents are passing by.
Okay, so it's mostly just
So those are
warehouses.
all warehouses and a tavern.
And this is just like a place to get drunk. Got it.
And food, because it's a tavern.
Ah, that's also true.
Speaking of food,
Yeah, actually, we should treat ourselves. We just got a job done, actually.
Yeah. Let's say we make our way there. Oh.
he's gonna let his nose guide him.
The Looney Tunes, they just start floating the nose, like sending them a
I
direction.
I like to imagine they roll perception, they find a new source of food.
Ah.
Oh.
Bill Tank.
Yes. You see a callback character and that the warehouses, and then reveal a little bit more.
What did you say, Lone? You're a bit quiet.
Yeah, you might look
I
like
said-
though.
I said, you guys found the hidden character, guest star, and revealing the warehouses a little bit more.
Rock, rock, rock.
My brain cell Otis checks notes. Nope, I don't know this one. They are a complete civvy.
If you got good food though, hopefully.
Looks up at the sign on the tavern. What is this place called?
I don't know.
Most DMs would panic. Lone just says, I don't know.
Whatever you want it to be.
Whatever you want it to be.
Let's call
You
it
know
hard.
what?
Mana
As a
would-
joke. Yeah, I don't know tavern.
So what now?
I don't know tavern.
I don't know tavern.
I know what you
So-
call it.
Hmm.
Why you gotta?
I don't think we need to give it a name. I was just asking for fun.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need to give it a name.
Am I insane?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm probably just
What's
insane.
up?
Got it.
Goes up the stairs. Not much. Let's see. The door. Ah, yes. There we go. What? Oh, it's just a window.
Wait, what?
I found it. Boink. Just entering through a very tight door. There we go.
You entered through the window.
Nah.
Nah, there's a door there. It's a side exit for the drunk. Hello there.
Hello.
Looks around.
I think if I understand this correctly, there would just be an entrance right here.
It did look like it to me, so that's why I went over here because it looked like one to me, like because of
It's a
this. here.
two-story building.
All of this is a balcony. This is the ground floor.
Ah, it's being
Oh.
sneaky with us.
This is this is the staircase in order to enter. There would realistically be a door right here. This is all
Oh.
a second floor balcony.
Yeah, we're
That's
seeing
the
more.
reason I would be here. Realistically.
Realistically. Boop. But yeah.
Thank you for the perspective lesson.
Also, quick question just to clarify. Do you want mana to take control of Millie here, or just are you?
I think be fitting because this is I have nothing. So I could let mana play it out.
If
What? Well, neither do I.
Did you
It's
not
both-
tell Mana
Yeah.
that Millie was here?
yeah, I'm getting
No,
that vibe
um,
of surprise.
It was a surprise vibe. You're not actually supposed to be here and do anything meaningful.
What? Lone puts a hand on your shoulder. If you give us the option to explore a place, expect us to explore it. I am sorry to say this. Dad, this is on you.
Also, given the mana's potential of like having to play the character, might have been worth letting him know.
That would have been extremely important to let them know.
Okay, you could just say it's a simple bar where you get the drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not too complicated.
Let's actually make this meaningful.
Oh.
Could you teleport us to Pizza Shop?
Okay. Do the pizza.
Fight.
Do the pizza. You know.
Well, okay, where do you want us to be, Mana? Places where the Millie would be.
Oh no, she wouldn't be in here.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you're buying something?
Basically, we bought stuff to eat here.
No. I'm just gonna pick up something.
A tavern with a
Alright.
slice of pizza.
Which is why instead of going to the tavern, I think we went here.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
I thought you were trying to twist the situation to something more. Got it.
No. I just wanted everyone to level up once.
Aw.
Could I offer twice? Because I could cover 2,900 for our second slice.
And I also have about 3,700 roughly. I could do 3, you could do 2.
I could do 2, yeah.
Alright. So 2 levels up.
Cool.
If Mana's buying the first slice, yeah. And now I get one of the best moves I could get if I ever got simple applied to me.
Mmm.
Level 37. What would be the smart thing for this here? Yeah, it would be this. 2 more to attack. And I will remove a move I have, actually.
Oh.
I will unlearn the light screen, actually. And it is replaced by...
I'm gonna do something odd with my 2 points. I'm gonna put them in speed.
Oh.
There's a joke that if I like buy, I don't know if they have a sword stance pizza, and then I swung my hammer, I would swing so hard that my hands would probably disconnect like a Lego bomb.
Hits you with simple as you eat the sword stance pizza. This is simple living. Right.
Alright.
I should probably some of those, but that's fine. And that is that. Is that. Control C.
Okay.
Self.
Alright, I was gonna look at my own.
Sorry, pets were acting up.
Ah.
I was like, they don't behave.
I already have Aquatail.
Sorry, what did I miss?
There's the fancy one-liner. We bought 2 level up pizzas.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I gained one of the moves that I was looking to get from level up.
Okay.
As fast
Alright.
as light. Vroom. Yum, 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 yum.
Alright, that's nice.
Did you get it? Did Ezra
You
get
okay
anything?
there, bucko?
I just yawned really big. Dazzle.
That's...
Flamethrower.
Yeah, that's... Let me guess, that's why you wanted 1 level.
No, we actually got this before.
Oh.
Oh, no, you did get it by wanting 1 level. Level 36.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that is why you wanted 1 level.
Okay.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Well, Otis stretching as they finish their slice and just grabbing a sip of their sprout.
That was good.
I don't know why they called it this. It feels weird to say this drink's name.
Yeah. Like you could get it mixed up with something else. I'm not sure what. Sprout.
That's
I much
okay, though.
prefer cake, which
Mm.
ironically has the same name as the food.
Chaos Cola.
Chaos Cola. Not
Cola
cake.
cake.
Not chaos.
Cake-a-cola.
Coca-Cola. Chaos Cola is chaotic. But yeah.
It's a Sonic-
You never know what you're getting when you drink it.
Yeah. Some names are better than others.
I've heard that some people say it tastes fishy in one of the cans.
Hmm. Fishy. Yeah.
Yeah, like generally, like I don't know how we're supposed to look at that statement. I'll be real.
I'd be almost scared that a tiny Vaporeon head would pop out of like the tab. Just you pop it open, and your can of soda says hi.
Pops out a can. Congratulations, you're the grand prize winner. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And it's like, acting all of that.
You know for a fact someone's done that before. You know some Vaporeon got roped into this idea that was totally a good idea that wasn't actually a good idea.
Oh, trust me, I know it happened. Why?
And it-
Well,
and
I
it
don't
also-
know. It just sounds like it would be.
And it all started with a did you know?
Okay, that is a different
What?
industry.
Dang it, Yvonne.
Yvonne has returned!
You won.
You! God damn it, Lone.
Hey, at least I didn't call him Uni this time.
I still have the image in my head of Otis at night sneaking in Yvonne's room and gluing a unicorn horn to their head. I can see it. Ah.
Okay, what else do you want to do?
I'm good.
Do we want to call it a day for now, or do we want to see if there's anything else you can do? We do need to actually rest up for Edgar to recover a bit.
Yeah.
You want me to switch to the inn?
You're. How are you doing?
Okay. They're definitely like, eh.
I'm gonna actually send a message to Lone for something.
You can tell
What,
like mentally like they're doing all right, but like physically you can tell they're just kind of like, eh.
would a cookie help?
I'll accept a cookie, but no, I don't think it would really help.
Sure, you gave me one.
Thank you. And Edgar will take the cookie and nibble it. Unlike you, he's like, he will not probably inhale the cookie. He did just have pizza. This will last me the whole night.
Okay. We go to the
There
inn?
isn't much I can do.
Yeah, we probably do. We could almost probably skip the end unless we want to like do a morning
So
scene, or
there is a scene I want to do
okay?
with mana, actually, in a location. Which that location to note, Edgar knows, and Otis needs to check. It's actually gonna move myself.
Okay.
Yep.
Honestly,
Okay.
I'm not sure if he'd be in here.
Oh, then place them where you think they'd be.
I noticed I was immediately on the toilet for some reason. Nah, I'd probably be in the tub, being an otter.
Utterly ridiculous.
So where would you be, Mana?
Good question. He would probably be, honestly, either in bed or in front of that mirror.
Is Blue just sliding in the tub?
I'm
Like a duck.
I'm jokingly like being an otter, just kind of like swimming around a little bit.
Which actually that does remind me of something else I need to look at. But that's for a bit. Okay. And Otis will slowly open the door. Hey, Asta? You here?
What is it?
He'll close the door behind him.
He's going to gently put the brush down.
I've been wanting to check up on something since we've got here.
What do you mean?
And we've had a specific call towards a specific location that Edgar's from. Remember? The one to Bob that a sun current picked up.
Right.
I wanted to offer to you if you wanted to check it out. And so I was thinking of going to look into it tonight. I want to confirm some facts for myself before anything.
We can go together.
And that's what I was offering, if you wanted to come with. The reason I don't want to grab Edgar is, if it's what I think it is, it's they're not ready, or they're looks over, probably where I'm hearing fuck tons of splashes.
He's not like that, splashy.
Still splashy because it's a bathtub, and they are very splashable.
I'm quiet-ish.
He's just like in the Family Guy death pose on the floor.
Damn. Still hear splashes,
you can
but
hear
it's
it,
like here and
but
there.
it's not crazy, you know?
Yeah. But they actually lean against the desk there. If what is happening, I think is happening, Edgar will need to confront a terrible truth. And you actually see a mask appear on his face unintentionally. Ah, shit.
Otis.
Mhm.
You know how I feel about secrets.
I need to confirm it before I talk about it, first and foremost. Because I think his partner is dead. I just need to confirm if it's the fact or not. If they are living in denial or not, I don't know. But that pebble they've been calling Bob, that's not them.
They seem rather insistent on it.
They shake a little and just shake their head.
If you insist.
You yourself wanted me to be a bit more open, right? This is why I'm asking. And hey, Lone.
I still have the map.
Yeah,
Go to the dead body.
as Otis will open the door.
They both see I'm not comfortable with it, but
Obviously not. It's
okay.
and Halo, do I smell something
I want-
immediately?
Because this is my place, I also want to try and describe the location. Welcome to
Go for
Edgar's
it.
Den, a collection of all sorts of knickknacks and junk that has either been, assigned and, missing complete, but there was extra, and, yeah, maybe new music. And various crates, many empty, some with stuff. It could really only be described as stuff, various bits of clothing, metal rods, just like pieces of furniture, like broken. It's just like it's like a hoarder's nest, but you can also tell it's not quite a hoarder's nest because clearly it's organized and you can walk places. It's clean. I mean, hell, this empty crate over here is where you can find actual rubbish that's been tossed away. Some, there's some potions. There's some like empty drinks. Really, name it, and if it's not too expensive, you'll probably find it.
So this is his base, as my notes do tell me. And I feel like because of how bodies decompose,
I feel
there's probably a pungent smell somewhere here.
There is a pungent smell as it's coming behind the box.
Actually, as a point, you said you guys came in at night. There's probably no light in here. So, probably like brought a little torch and. Unlike most places, this is not like high tech.
You know, to make it a little more fucked, actually.
Throw a flashbang.
Oh. So let me go get it. I am the light.
Fair.
Just a very basic light from
Or you
just
could
front
just
of me.
Or you could just use Aster to be a little candle.
They
and
had
light up
free
the-
candles.
A mix
Oh
of
god, they found the dead body.
a mix of fiery reds and bright yellows now mixing this small enclave of junk.
Oh wait, it's like a pale blue.
Otis
Oh,
will
blue, sorry.
move the broken desk, quote unquote, looks like bench
Yeah, this one seems out of the
over
ordinary.
the side.
I think it's just a chair.
Yes, again, that's a desk.
I would like to imagine that on what happened, the incident, this did get broken. This is not organized. as per normal.
Yeah. Do you smell that as well, Esther, as the glowing eyes of Otis in the dark look to you?
I'll be honest, I kinda wish I didn't.
That's pretty strong, as Otis will follow his nose It's scrunched, but he smelled it before and shoving away some broken boxes. Oh. Fuck. Esther? If you don't want to see a dead body, do not round this box. You are likely to see some when we go to your country, but fuck. You just hear him swear under his breath. Just fuck. Why was I right?
What do you mean?
I am glad I bring Edgar here. As Otis will bring up his phone, turn on the flash, and take a picture of the body. Probably, if I'm asked, do I see something out from the corners of their mouth or not?
It'll probably be dried up.
I can definitely see it's not damaged by an outside source as he's looking at the picture. I'll run with that then. Likely, as Otis will look at the phone, it's not a pretty picture. The body's not mangled, it's not destroyed, but it's still lifeless and pained. Most
That'd be
likely.
Here you go. Just use this weasel as reference of how strong Bob was.
Oh yeah, the crazy boy. The boy of crazy.
As Otis will just be holding his phone. If you want to see it, this is the best way I could get it without it being bad. As he'll offer to show you his phone that has the picture of the body. Does Aster want to see the dead?
I'll be honest, you weren't able to hide any of the ones back at the
No, but it's still
I think.
so shocking that it's instinct to say that though.
I mean, look, have you not remembered the mansion incident?
Oh
I
no,
mean-
Yvonne shielded him from that.
Yeah, but the other place, yeah.
I think
kinda hard.
shock is playing a major factor here.
Probably more for Otis than even Aster. For once.
He hesitates a little bit. You can tell that he's tense. And you know, there's such a thing as morbid curiosity, and he is quite curious. So he does. And you almost see him freeze in response. His eyes are wide. He does look shocked. And he looks shocked for a brief little moment. He doesn't. He also doesn't draw the line of who this person is.
This,
He has only known Bob the Pebble.
yeah.
Why do you think that's there? Or what do you think happened?
I don't know what happened, but I know who this is. This is Bob, the person who worked with Edgar. As Otis will pull out a book, old, worn, and weathered, yellowed pages littering it, going to a page more towards the end and marked Edgar and shows it. On the second page is Bob. I tend to keep track of fellow Sunkern rank of the syndicate. The partner to Edgar was Bob.
What's in the box?
Drugs.
What's on the table? What's everywhere?
You see high-powered drugs in the cabinet.
He is a little uncertain, uncomfortable. Does that mean I have a page as well?
Yes, actually, because
He tries to joke in order to lighten up the mood a bit.
actually, yes, before you were even part of the syndicate. Sorry about that, by the way, still. That was not intentional. That should be more of a choice than anything, really, but turns to the actually 5 pages ahead. You see a well placed drawing of you. And a whole bunch of written out words.
Oh, wow.
Denoting under one of the lines is trusted. And he'll close the book before he could read too much beyond that. It's
He was reading.
yeah, it's more for me than anything else, really. And he'll put the book back in his bag and look around the room.
Let's see.
I'm not good at autopsy stuff, but I am good at finding cause of death. They weren't attacked. That looks more akin to poison because there's no wounds or bruising. Actually, is this just straight up an open delivery box?
Yeah.
Oh no. He'll approach it and look inside the box.
Would you like me to do something?
Go. Speak about it or go for it. Up to you.
This is in many ways, a major character moment. I do not know if it would be advisable for me to do a thing here. Which is why I'm asking
Are you gonna do the thing I think you're gonna do?
Yeah?
I do
don't
have.
think we can bring back Bob out of character.
No, I
It's
do have.
far too long.
No, I do have something in mind. If you try, that will
Oh,
affect future events. So you can attempt, but something will happen that you will see the results a lot later in this campaign.
dear God, if you bring it back, Bob, I'm actually gonna have to define them.
No, we already have the picture of Bob and his personality in the thing I just posted.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Pickle Dink? What?
Don't worry about that. That's too blorbo.
Okay.
Personally, that this is a if it's so big, they have to ask others. My opinion, go for it. Because I'll be honest, this is the type of thing that if Aster would do it, do it.
I don't exactly know what you're trying to do, but if you're trying to revive Bob, go for it, or whatever it is.
I do have something.
He can't speak with dead.
Otis is definitely distracted looking through a box of looks to be poisoned, quote unquote.
What's your name? Where's your valuables? How'd you die?
Shit. Awkward. Speak with dead.
I want to describe. I want to say this chest that Otis has been looking at. It's definitely the case of, unless you wanted to describe it, right?
It's what Otis thinks it is.
Yeah, it's the case of poison bottles, and if I'm not mistaken, all of them are there. Minus one, that upon a close observation, a little bit near where Aster's is standing, on the floor,
A
open.
case of poison that's been marked for delivery.
For delivery.
There too.
How interesting. Edgar didn't deliver.
Where's
I
it going?
huh?
You mentioned delivery?
Otis looks at the box. It unfortunately would be something Edgar would know. We tend to not write down the full notes until it's been delivered.
You mean there isn't a destination for that?
Not that
I
it's in our records right now, no. Because otherwise, that's a lot of leak that could happen.
I imagine it would be attached with the box.
It's given via note with the box that is instructed to be burned, usually. That's why it would be with Edgar. Why Edgar has spoken of this is weird.
He's going?
No. Bad?
I'm sure he has his reason.
I don't think he has a reason. Fuck.
I'm willing to believe he does. I hope he does, at the very least.
Edgar was
don't-
jealous.
I don't know what to tell him. Because if he doesn't know Bob's dead, then he just looks at Aster. What's going on? I need some time to look at these to determine what they are.
He's going to study the box. Does he notice?
That there's a vial on the floor.
Yes, it's pretty obvious.
He's going to start drawing conclusions or start context clues. which he starts by noticing that the vials are the same. I'm assuming they're the same,
Yeah.
and not just like an assorted collection of bottles with
They're about
unidentified.
the label
items.
may be different a couple, but they're about the same.
I want to make the suggestion that they're not just vials. They're like, they look like small glass drinks almost. Not like you look at them. Yeah, no, they're not really drinks, but
If you didn't label them and you weren't looking,
yeah, kinda.
you could make the mistake. Meant to be probably mixed with other more colorful liquids like sodas or punch.
Mixed, adjusted. They're a bit smaller. You could put a sleeve around them to make them look like a proper drink, even.
And so he's going to sniff the vial that's on the floor. Can he tell what was in it?
No. You get to tell it was poison, but given how long it had been on the floor, most of it evaporate.
That's all I was asking for. He wasn't going to try any.
No, I'm saying so you don't accidentally kill yourself with poison.
Fair. Those poison that's still active could have noxious gas.
Yeah.
The one in the comments can message, "Oh, Alistair should die."
No.
Anyway, you go, Mana.
Who do you think could have had this one? Or no, you've already told me that much.
My best guess as they turn to look at you. You go on.
Was there anything else?
One day, Otis says, we stopped getting reports of deliveries from Edgar's base for a bit. The last known time was a requested delivery, but no information. As Otis will pluck out a vial of the poisons. Most likely this stuff. As he looks at the liquid. I'm not one to know of poisons, unfortunately. They're useful, but I don't think too deeply on them.
There may be someone else who would know.
Hmm.
Yes, but you're not a part of the session unless you want to suddenly be like, I followed you a lot.
No, I'm not saying that she would be following you because it's the fact of she doesn't know where the fuck you guys went.
True.
And she's right now having stomach cramps.
Well, for the most part, it's been easing off, but still giving me the warning signs, and I don't know if it's, yeah, you know.
Mhm.
I can grab a few of these vials and see if I can get them identified by Yvonne.
I was going to. Well, I was rolling that in order to figure out what kind of response I would have given. Given that roll.
Why is Yvonne -6 in every stage?
Yes.
Anyway,
I'm not sure why anyone would want to have that. Poison's never really tasted all that good.
Otis thinks there are multiple ways that it could fall into the wrong situation. For example, as Otis thinks on the social situation. For example, as he'll pluck a vial out and leave it like here on this crate. You probably wouldn't think too much of it, especially because it's unlabeled, but if it was in the middle of the night or in a time where there wouldn't be a lot of light, you would go, oh, hey, a drink. And Bob's cork doesn't do it actually, it just is the image of just popping it. And chug a lug. It's not great, but it does fit what I've read of them being not careful compared to Edgar. More rash and willing to get a job done than, well, leave no one in the know.
Are you saying that this was a mistake?
He shrugs. I don't know. That's the issue. The only one who would have this information in the end is Edgar. Just trying to. He just rubs his head. The most I could deduce was that they were dead. Now that I'm here, I'm stumped. It's frustrating. They just scowl, annoyed.
He's gonna start studying the area around him. He knows about that, knows about that. There's a broken bench there, and these are very unorganized compared to everything else inside the rest of this otherwise very organized location.
Mhm.
What is he drawing?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
You could tell that he's over here.
That's not what they're asking, Lone.
What
Can you
happened?
Read the scene.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
confluence of this broken table, these disorganized boxes, they almost like pass.
And broken boxes here.
Yeah.
It's more likely whoever drank the poison crashed through this stuff and knocked over stuff while choking on it. Is that good?
What sort of path would they have taken?
It would have
Yeah.
taken just
Like this.
this and then how about this?
He is drawing a mental map of what had happened
This,
as it sort of happens around him. He's quite frankly Sherlock Holmesing this.
Also, out of character. Look,
Yeah, this is definitely deadly poison.
this, Oda says to themselves, is not good, as he'll take a few vials.
takes it and give it to K9 to confuse with his knives.
No.
You're not wrong in that he could do that, actually, and it's probably a good idea to do it diluted.
Anyway, Mana, continue. Mana,
Yeah?
continue.
Do you happen to know anything about where that box came from?
Does it have a mark on it that would tell which group made it?
It has a sun current.
Of course.
Which means, yeah, the Sunkern group, wouldn't it?
There would probably
Yep.
be code that you'd know. Yeah, it'd probably been like, I'm gonna go with it, Sunkern Group, because on the box there is 3 nicks. A specific point, which indicates which faction they're operating for.
Wouldn't it be
Looking
more
at
like-
the Sunkern.
Wouldn't it sound more like Sunkern Mafia?
It's the purely the Sunkern group. It is like all of the Sunkerns and the mechs they use. It's the grunt faction.
That's
Mhm.
what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yep. Which that's what I was assuming.
Concurrent
Looks
Legion, then.
and
Yes.
chemical warfare faction.
Looks to be the group that are primarily Sunkerns. A group that you've probably seen before and use mainly machinery tools in place of their moves.
Well,
Yeah, this is as he'll tap the sigil that is of a Sunkern seed and 3 notches above it. Sunkern Class 3 Division Poison Specialists. Mainly specializing in poisons that will fast but not last long when opened to air. Which means these were meant to be put into drinks or drunk or put into a body quickly. Which Curtis has ideas for later, but he just shakes his head. We know who made it. Unfortunately, we did not include antidotes. As he'll tap one of the vials in the now more empty box. I'll be honest. Most likely who was after this poison does not care. They probably wanted something to hurt people. Not make them stay alive shortly. As he looks over to the corner, they most likely died in agony. He just looks sad at this. So we have cause, the person, and if it was self-inflicted or not. What do you think?
I'm still interested to figure out what could have happened. And potentially what to say from here on.
Unfortunately, I don't have the mirrors right now. If I
If
had
it,
the mirror to show what they were doing in their last moments.
they stumbled for a good while, it looks like.
Oh. How can you tell? Like, dust on the ground lingering less than other things?
Well, looking at the rest of this warehouse, it looks a little bit organized. Bar that location over there.
Hmm.
And I doubt Edgar's the type of person to leave a bunch of broken tables around.
Yeah. Which means no matter what, someone also left without carrying what they were leaving behind. Huh. A disorganized spot in a whole other place that's more organized than everywhere else. We have two paths in assumption. We could make or we could ask. Either Edgar poisoned Bob. I don't want to believe that one. Or they left the house and Bob drank one. It's not like we could ask Bob themselves what happened, unfortunately.
Well, that aside, there is something else I'd like to do.
Oh?
You said as much what had happened. And if these poisons are not meant to last long once exposed,
Hmm.
I'm of the mind of getting rid of them.
He nods at that. It's not like the people who were after them came to get it themselves, so
And so
can agree with that. I am gonna keep 5 for actually a different reason.
alright.
I will say the reason actually because this will technically include you if need be. I plan on seeing if I can poison the warmonger.
Oh. Alright then.
He nods. I doubt one dose will be enough, so multiple. Sorry.
And so one of 3 foxfires
Hmm?
launches itself towards this box right over here.
Duck. Point.
Uh,
Almost casually, so I was going to say like, hey, AC determines how surgically accurate this thing is. Apparently not that
Whee!
much.
Point. As accurate as the surgery from earlier on Edgar.
Passable. Basically.
you're not setting the whole place on fire, at least.
Nope. Yeah. So, poison's dealt with. Bob's body is over there.
We can't leave it like that.
No. The main issue is, what do we tell Edgar? Do we confront them, even? That's what
I
I'm
think we
really
should
worried
ask all the
about.
same.
He'll walk closer to the body and just nod. Understood. There's a grimace, but it like disappears in a split second. I can carry the body if need be. It's why I wanted to check this place out in the middle of the night.
Could you do me a favor?
Hmm?
Could you bring it out here?
How easily? As the scroll to the thing. Just to avoid contamination upon myself. And they'll full body pick up the carcass of the weasel, putting it on their back and moving it up here and gently laying it down. I gotta need to take a bath later.
Duly noted.
So, what's the idea, Aster?
I'd like to try something if you don't mind.
They look hesitant, but nod. You are your own Pokemon, so go for it.
I appreciate it.
Just realized I had dark vision all along. I didn't need to switch masks to electric.
Whoops.
Well, I mean, Aster.
I appreciate it all the same.
Hmm. Aster would like those eyes to work.
Okay, you're gonna start doing the thing.
Like, let the man be at rest. Ah.
You're gonna start the thing.
You mentioned a little while back, Otis, that, well, you didn't believe in miracles. I'm not saying it'll work, but
Surprised me then, if you're gonna try something.
I still wonder if I can. Um, he's a bit nervous, but deep breaths, and he is going to start focusing. And as he does so, he's studying. He's got his eyes closed, but he's also kind of I'm not really good at this, I realize.
Oh.
But ultimately, that nervousness gives way to a wave of calm. Almost eerily so. The jovial optimism and sort of bounciness that Aster has is replaced with stoicism. And he starts glowing
Mhm.
as his fur starts to change color. And inexplicable breeze, I guess. Just out of nowhere, magical effects, sprinkles, and all that sort of stuff.
Huh? You can imagine the confused look on Otis's face as the situation is happening before him.
And he opens his eyes. It's not the color that it normally is. It in fact is his pupils are not the white that they normally are, but are instead black. And it's a different kind of blue. I can't necessarily explain it, but you know the LED Christmas lights?
Oh god. I know that blue.
Yeah, it's that blue.
Oh god. Funny little neon blue that's slightly dull.
Yeah?
Okay, you see the body raise up. It starts to stand.
Oh.
You hear Bob to say one thing. He says, Edgar. He says Edgar again.
So
Then-
is this normal?
He says, why did you kill me? As he turns his head to you and you notice
Uh-oh.
he has no eyes. As he's blaming
Aster? I
You
think...
feel, you feel your body tense up, both of you. Your heart starts racing. Your heart starts racing as you guys feel paralyzed. I'm gonna need you to roll a focus, Otis, because Mana's blessing protects him from. what is it?
Well, God
Hell
will be
yes!
like...
Hell yes!
You start to lose consciousness, but your pure willpower, you retain it.
Aster, what did
Aster.
you do?
I'll be honest, I have no fucking clue.
As you see, yes. As you see, Ward just teleport in.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes. I see you found such a great warrior. I heard a bunch about him.
What?
Okay, that's not good.
As you see him walk, and this take him from you. As a hoopah ring appears around him, like he summons a red hoopah ring, appears around Bob, and just vanish.
There is. He's still holding on to that. He hasn't. I guess, let it drop, or he hasn't fully dismissed it yet.
Oh.
Now there is a sudden.
Sudden what? As war continues,
There's a sudden force.
Oh?
yes, I am blessed by art. I know who life and death. Similar to you, I also know of this blessed power giving back life. Of course, your blessing is quite limited and quite short-sighted. You revive someone, but you let them keep their own will. It's best to just take that away and have them be your servant.
Give them back.
He'll keep his skills, powers, memories, but his free will and personality will be gone as long as I wish it to be gone. That is,
Oh. They're trying to yank him away before they got dragged, aren't they?
Or like back through the hoop, like, no.
Yes, that is the original intention at this
Oh.
point, however.
the hoop kind of shows like a how hard is
So,
that?
explain to me what happened?
Basically, you tried to revive him.
Yes.
War had the ability, but basically War fixed it so he's revived, but without his personality, without his free will, and serving under him. because War sent you doing this, and he finally found Bob because he knows Bob is a good fighter, and he wants to recruit him for his army. That's one of the ways how he recruits people.
You're telling me War can sense anyone who does a revival?
He is blessed by Arceus, and he's not too far from where
Hey,
you're at. Aster.
Lone. During all of this, I want you to know Otis has been going for the jugular, actually.
Hey,
'Cause,
this is what I always planned this, and I wanted to incorporate it since you're trying to revive Bob.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't stopping that. That's Aster's job right now, I think.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Actually,
Oh no.
before you do your thing, what were you gonna do with the telekinetic mana? You were asking for a review.
Yeah.
And
I was confused ever since I clicked on soul mending, but
Oh, sorry. I must have went too fast.
I think it's more of the wait, what just happened kind of thing.
Sorry.
right.
And that's only one of Mana's only uses. Shit.
So continue, mana. I'm sorry.
I'm not advocating for a retcon, at least not a full one. But
But let's slow down, so it doesn't happen so fast, I guess.
I think Mana's trying to grab the words first.
Yeah.
I am trying to. Ultimately, my goal with this is to bring back Bob and reunite Bob with Edgar. What happens next? I haven't thought that far. He's also interested in answers.
Okay, feel free to ask.
What? So as far as I'm personally aware, he would be okay. He would be back. I don't know anything else that happens afterwards. So I'm going to go off on a limb and say that that wasn't me.
Basically, you're prepping to revive. They sensed it, and before you could do it, they hijacked it.
That, or I'm reading it as it got interrupted.
It's kind of a mixture of both.
So that means, man, what took us to have that use.
Yeah,
technically.
that's kind of what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah, you still have that youth.
Oh no, I'm fine with it being gone. Because he would use it freely, quite freely, mind you. I guess it would be how quick can Aster connect the dots of, oh hey, this happened. That wasn't my intention, and
I say
there's
when
someone
you
else
connect,
here.
when you see his eyes go hollow.
so that's the moment when War hijacked.
like right before he appeared, when he turns his head and his eyes are gone, that's when you sense it. And when your body starts freezing it up, then you that's kind of the point.
I feel like Otis has their knives drawn. I'll be honest with this whole situation.
That's fine.
And he's, I'll be real, as soon as the words are appearing, I feel like Otis was already swinging, I'll be honest with you.
Like halfway towards his head.
Yeah! Fully
Okay.
leaping towards the jugular style.
I like to imagine, like, as a war approach, that is Otis almost yeeting themselves over Bob.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Which, I'm gonna take only one swing. I know I'm gonna get bodied after.
It's why he's actually going to move over here. As he's... Nice. As he sees that going on, he is moving to shelter and pull away.
Okay.
Something is the. I want to see the chief thought is something isn't right. And in order to, if you allow me to do this, support Otis, I'm still using telekinetic. The direction is down.
Did I just bring out his boss sheet?
Yeah, because I'm using his attack against him.
Oh shit. I'm expecting some bullshit numbers. Like, this is the one time where I'm kind of expecting some number to pop up that is actually just unhinged.
I fully don't expect to get past even one round.
Okay, add 80 to that.
Oh!
Okay, if that's good, it's not add 80, it's add 58 total. That becomes 138 from foul play.
138
Darkness.
dark. I'm counting as neutral damage. Physical, normal.
Guided by, Otis, guided by fierce hatred. Eyes, you could probably even say glow a little red, actually. Aiming for the jigger, saying, "You bastard!"
Oh. Quite. That was quite impressive. I already did the damage, by the way.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh! Oh, they have a red bar as well.
Like,
Yeah, they are purple.
Otis looks probably to Aster fucking feral. Out of any noble you've seen Otis interact with, this is the most visceral you've seen him.
Yes.
And this is probably the one you should probably realize is the one that wants nobles dead, usually. Fuck, barely. That is. Oh shit, that's a pass.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that is
Well,
bad.
I block it, but oh boy.
He was using it for movement.
Yeah, no, I could bet on that.
Now, after that ruined information, I'll be taking my newest warrior.
Shit. I'm just whirling around in a haze, just glaring. Bastard.
Like right now, he's like putting like Bob inside a portal.
Aster's right
You wanna-
there.
wanna
Otis
know-
is.
You want to
Fuck.
know what the big brain move would be?
Yeah.
Into the portal as well.
I
no,
mean,
Um,
actually, you are a pseudo mad genius, cause. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Hey, Aster. I hope you're good at running. Cause, Lone, I have a question about the definition of willing.
Bob is unwilling.
Oh, how come? You said it yourself. They have no will. And
Because
firstly,
they're currently obeying the
understood.
the will
I
of
w-
war.
I like
essentially,
to
is
im-
replace them. Okay.
I like
Basically,
to
Bob's
imagine.
no longer a creature to be counted.
I will still say this is what Otis would try to have done.
Yeah, I know. And if you want to continue to fight, I could just let you switch places.
I would like to paint that Otis looks to have glitched in existence and then falls to a knee tired because fuck. That's all Otis can do from here.
Mana, what are you gonna do? He's currently dragging him.
Would it be safe to say he gets hit by this?
You did get hit with the pass move.
You were talking to the pass move, technically.
Okay, you get Ember.
Does it hit though?
Yes, because it's a 7.
Okay, so they don't have boosted evasives.
They probably have maxed out baseline.
Probably 6, yeah. But yeah, that's that.
But the Turbo Blaze do be like, fuck you.
Let's see, what ability did you engage?
Yes.
Yes.
It says abilities with an S.
I
yes.
just like, I like that Turbo Blaze is yes. Honestly. Yes.
I love how I'm just sitting here like, Edgar's probably in the bath with a rubber ducky. You guys are fighting for your lives.
And Bob.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wait, why does he have an ability that doubles his SP attack?
I mean, we're kind of dealing with an endgame boss threat here, so...
Basically, you negate nothing because A, I haven't put it in his thing yet, and B, because all his abilities are from the blessing of the gods.
It'd be kind of like, you need a god level thing to...
Your god
Which
ability.
Turbo Blaze is.
Okay, actually
though.
that's true, it is a god level.
Turbo Blaze is a god level ability.
Wait. Actually, I have an idea for how to contest this. They have like... Did you ever build their skills out?
No, he's still in construction, only have the basics.
Okay.
But basically, Alistair, your mana, your Turbo Blaze was given from a feature, from a blessing.
From a god, yes.
Yes, the god.
Yeah.
So my brain is like, maybe the full effect doesn't play out, but
Major gift,
But
which
maybe
is
this
usually
is
from
like-
gods.
yeah, which my brain is like, what if there's like some kind of focus contest between the two of them to disable one of their abilities? Because again, it is Arceus, so I'm not surprised of.
Could definitely be
because-
something to talk about.
Because he has exactly the same. Also, that's the only one he has currently equipped.
Oh, pure
fair enough.
power
Oh,
does
Picross is
not do special. That's all. That's pure physical.
Well, to be fair, it's not like, okay, so it doesn't
I
sound
will-
like we're shutting anything down. Just
I will
Oh,
be
wait.
honest, because Nia was here, I did take it from Pokemon.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, that's the pure power was a leftover ability for something else. I'm still messing with the blessings, so it's kind of incomplete. So the only one he
Oh.
has is Turbo Blaze.
I think the important thing here, though, is the sheer power the guy has innately, though.
And the Hoopa ring,
Yeah.
which I would actually argue they probably disabled it in such a way that. You want to know a spicy idea I want to throw at you all?
Yeah.
Right.
Bob is controlled by nobody. They are a fucking wild card randomly tossed into the world now.
Oh shit.
But then again, his only purpose would be attacking Edgar because he's the one that killed him.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Oh
and-
no.
And that's spicy in its own way. It's like, fuck, does the husk grow from nothing? Or the husk grow none?
How about this? You see the rusher, like since he wasn't paying attention, you see the rush around just kind of grab the ring and then toss it so Bob would be somewhere else.
That was my suggestion.
Basically.
Like, only the truth remains that this guy is a hollow husk random in the world.
Two gods conflict at the
basically-
critical moment, and now Bob is just. Hi, I'm Bob. I want to kill Edgar.
Okay, so a good compromise is that you use the power of rush around to change the target location of the teleporter.
Oh no, I was gonna follow it up with whatever had happened.
To be fair, I felt like something should happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if War doesn't even realize it got fiddled with.
Shit,
yeah, 'cause
you're
right
not
now-
wrong.
Right now, he's not even paying attention to you guys much.
Yeah, I'm just saying this so I don't want to see you guys die.
I
fair.
would.
I think it's just cool.
I mean, it is cool.
I'll be honest. I. If
One,
we've
this is
confirmed, if
this is
we've
complete-
confirmed that the loss of will comes from a certain individual,
Even if it's only a second, I think a severance from that individual will give them control again.
right? I think everything that I was doing there with the Ember is meant to be a distraction.
Distraction.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
where
the
you-
actual goal is to tell Otis to run. And take someone with him. As that someone is suddenly moved.
into my arms. Shit.
But Bob,
Ah.
You see, I would like to know out of character. It looks like you gave him a bandana over his eyes, by the way.
that's fine. He has a Naruto
Otis,
bandana.
he's grimacing as you say that, and they're shoved onto his back. His legs bend, and you see only the slightest of nods as he starts, if I'm allowed, spreading the fuck out of the cave.
Wait, so Aster's sacrificing himself?
If that's what they're trying, it seems to be.
And
Okay.
We're doing response.
Let's see if War will aim his fingers at Otis. Let's see if this actually hits. I want to try this move.
Oh!
Oh, shoot, it does hit.
let's see. Let me just read this. Let's see. Well, try again, motherfucker. As Otis's body contorts around those wires, avoiding them. Even the body of newly revived Bob contorts with him.
Okay. What do we do
Hey,
now?
Miss Bob.
Does that
They
does
run.
Anna control Alistair? I mean Bob?
Oh, they run.
Yeah, but I will actually say, as they ran past, if I may, you feel something is in your paw.
Okay.
And I will whisper it to Mana, because I actually have one of these left.
Oh. I was totally fine Bob getting yoinked. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's like
I
Mana's
will,
like
I will, I will, I
halfway
will make use of that. But in any case, it will be because of time. I'm going to use that as an excuse. Because of time, I am going to say we cut here,
Oh shit!
and go back to presumably inn with
Edgar and Yvonne?
with Edgar, Yvonne, and Otis, and now Bob.
Okay, let me just
I don't think Otis would be fast enough to get to them just yet, though.
It would probably take, I don't know, on foot.
I
10
mean we're
minutes
gonna
just
cut
to get there. So whatever's gonna happen with Aster is probably gonna happen.
Oh yeah, but we're not going to see that until next week.
Oh
yeah, we're
god.
not gonna because me and Mana were probably talking about that off screen.
Yep.
And you Blue.
I feel like we need to talk about this after Seth in general. Oh boy.
Yeah.
In which
Yes,
case, I will be here until 7.
So I stop recording now?
No, I
Maybe
mean,
hot maps. Yeah. No.
don't we still have to cut to you guys arriving at the inn?
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let me change the music to. It doesn't really matter. I'll change it. Random. No, that's terrible
That's too
random.
positive.
There we go.
Oh, that's actually really good.
There you go. Look. Also, let me know. Otis is like, faster as he runs. The masks seem to be swapping fast and faster and faster as he's just looking through his options. Using anything that will make him get back even faster, just out of the anger, fear. His emotions are twisted. He runs in fear for those he left behind.
Oh wait, I forgot to switch maps. Oopsie.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's why I've been doing that.
I was like, why aren't you guys reacting? I was like, oh wait a minute.
But you definitely, I'll just put myself here and
Edgar in his usual Edgar-shaped spot in the couch.
let's see what.
Did you just slap a whole bunch of statuses on these two?
Yeah.
Yes, they seem to have done, and you just
Well, Bob is tied up so he doesn't hurt Blue, and Hoopbug is messing with Harzap again.
That's not
yeah, it
gonna
sounds
hurt.
like they were struggling against Otis.
Yeah.
That's not gonna hurt me. We
And you just hear the door. I will say this right now. Be kicked in as Otis drop kicks the door open. Emergency! Entry!
Ah! I'm not selling drugs! No, wait. Wait, what? No, I don't do that.
Okay, we need to go. We need to save somebody right the fuck now.
Okay, I'm following you. I'm following you. What the fuck?
Did you see Bob?
Edgar's eyes just kind of go a little 1,000-yard stare at seeing Bob.
Terrible things are happening. Aster's with war.
What?
We found Bob, and he'll place the tied up Woody in the corner here.
Wait, no. Bob is the Geo dude. No, the war's more important. We need to go.
They revive him and grabs Yvonne's hand and starts sprinting out the door. Terrible things are happening. I would not be surprised if everybody in the building, by the way, heard that, by the way.
Yeah, Edgar was not quiet.
What's going on?
A friend of ours is being attacked right as we speak by war themselves.
Oh god. This whole city's gonna burn. I think. Maybe.
It took
Oh.
a while to get there, but Edgar,
Yes.
it was your hideout. That's where Bob was. We need to go now.
That filthy place. I haven't cleaned it. Wait. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
As
I like to imagine we're gone just as everyone else is like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Otis grabbed Yvonne's hand, actually,
Yeah.
and dragged them with.
Yeah, Yvonne is
Fuck
with
you,
us.
Hoopa. Taunt. Literally, Otis taunting Hoopa to be like, fuck off! I was like, help us to get out of here.
So what are we gonna do now with you, man? Do you want this to end apart as a be continued?
This legitimately could be a 1v1 session between you and Mana.
This
for,
is an
like-
end.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna